Hey everyone, good morning. Just showing a project I've kind of been working on lately. I actually started building a lot of this a while back for a VR project I was making, um, like a couple years ago, but I've just been spending some more time on it lately. I tried to build everything with HDAs from Houdini, um, and right now I've just been kind of testing with some different texture sheets or ways of making the smoke and stuff for the fire. Um, Definitely still needs some improvements, but it's getting closer to what I want here. The house, like this, I think I have it set up pretty much correct, but it definitely, needs some improvements as far as the interior and how it's designed and everything. But uh, the islands, I'm pretty happy with how they're coming out. Um, Initially, I don't know, they didn't quite have this organic of a look, so I've been digging that, but I need to figure out a way to fix the geometry here. It kind of, it's a little bit messed up, but and I'll jump into the HDAs to kind of show you what I have made for that in a sec too. But then I've kind of been working on getting this scattering with the grass and then the trees set up for it as well. And then gameplay wise, that's where I'm a VFX artist, so I understand more of like how to set up the art and stuff. But when it comes to the actual like gameplay, I don't know quite as much. So I've been watching a lot of tutorials and just trying to teach myself. Like as far as the gun here, I'm pretty happy with that actually. Uh, I want to add some more stuff. I mean, the end goal, I think, of this project, I would want it to be kind of like it's definitely inspired by Mega Man, and then I want to add like some RPG elements too, where I guess as you're progressing through the game, you can like have builds and upgrade your equipment and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, pretty happy with how it's coming. It's got a lot of work to go, a lot to go, a lot of work to do and stuff, but pretty happy with it. Um, and then yeah, let me jump into some of the HDAs I've been working on for that. So this is the main island one. I've been trying some different stuff for this, but basically the way it's set up is, I set up the curves initially, so I'm just using circles, and then it allows me to kind of like mostly just circles, and then you use curves, whatever you want for that. Um, and then I come down here and paint a mask because I don't want the after this, basically, I'm applying a mountain noise to it, and to the geometry, and I don't want the noise to go on the outside. That's kind of how I get that ring look to it, I guess. So here you can see is the top portion of it, and then here's the bottom. And then here you can see is where I'm getting the kind of messed up geometry here. I think the normals are maybe, like it's pointing inwards and it's kind of intersecting with each other. I need to figure out a way to make it go just more vertically, I think. But overall, I think it's looking pretty cool on that aspect. The bridges, I'm still kind of figuring out a way to do that. What I do right now is I have lines that automatically connect from like basically using a nearest point line. And so it'll connect from the circles over here. And then I go through each one and I get its midpoint. So just the middle point of each one of these. You can see it right there. And then I jitter it, and that's how I can kind of get like a bridge look to it procedurally, and then I can go through and kind of like manually adjust it too if I need to. But then let me go down here. You can see those lines connect to and make the bridge. I do have an issue that I need to figure out. The bridges don't touch perfectly. I need to figure out a way to like straighten this when they connect. I know there's a way. That's what's frustrating about Houdini is like there's always a way to do it. Like I'm for sure there's a way to actually do this, but I just haven't been able to figure it out yet. But yeah, that would help the look a lot. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, the treehouse I've been working on. I think it looks pretty decent. It's just like kind of a point of interest, I guess, in the middle of the map. Been trying to do some stuff with like a rope around it or connecting it with ropes. That still needs some work for sure. And I need to figure out a way to basically take like displacement mass from like bark or tree and apply it on top of this as well. And then for the VFX, what I've been doing is I just so basically like inside of here, inside of the main model for the tree, I will have a point just in space using this. So it's just adding a point in space, and then I can move it wherever I want. So you can see right here, is our VFX point. And then let's see, it's labeled fireplace VFX, but what I'm doing is I take that point out and I'm instancing onto it my Niagara system. So like if you want to do that, you just come in here to, you know, your VFX or whatever, right click and then you copy reference, and then basically just have Unreal instance equals and then put your reference there, and then it'll instance onto it. I like to do it that way because basically like if I need to move the tree, I can just do it like this. Oh shoot, it's gonna recook it here. This wasn't a great example to do this with, but basically like when the tree moves, when I move it at this object level, it'll also move that point with it since it's inside of that HDA. So it allows me to kind of like move everything at once, and then if I need to fine tune it, I can go inside of it further. I'm just gonna exit out of that, but yeah, so that's the treehouse. The house too is just same kind of concept, just breaking it apart here. The street lights I use instancing on as well. So let's see. I make my model for it basically here. Just using like a lot of revolves, like lathe basically. And once I have that model finished, I just put the points where I want inside of the scene and then copy these onto it. So these are just using add nodes again. And when I do this, I have the whole thing visible, so I can just kind of place it and then it'll instance those where I want it. So that's cool, that all works. But yeah, really trying to make all the assets in this just all with Houdini HDAs. You know, one just for practice, I guess, and I think as a solo, you know, like artist working on this, once I can get it set up procedurally, it makes it a lot quicker for me later on. So really trying to utilize that. This is just something I set up for the gun. For the gun right now, what I'd like to do is add functionality like a part system. So have the main gun and then like an attachment. Basically, like compose the gun of a few different parts. I have that kind of set up in my blueprint. Let me just pull my blueprint up quick here. So I have an equipped thing. Right now it's set up as just one BP for the weapon. So I have a, let's see here, I have a master weapon, and this sets up all the main variables for it. So, you know, the fire type, I get a single or automatic. The bullet type, will reference an actor. Just basically establishing all the variables I want each of the guns to have. And then I right click and create child, and create a child that's going to inherit all those variables. And then that way I can set up like, you know, specific ADS speed or field of view when it zooms in and everything for each gun. So that's how it's set up right now, like per gun, but I want to break that down even further and then have the gun composed of like multiple parts, like something for the bullet type, and then that way, I guess as the player goes through the game, you know, like an RPG, they can equip different parts of it or something and have different builds. I think that would be cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I like how it's coming. It's just been a fun project to work on, so I'm hoping to kind of do updates as I go and everything. I think it helps me stay engaged and like kind of want to do updates for people that are interested in it. And it's cool to get questions and everything, and just kind of, you know, help everyone when they have questions or think something's cool in it. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks.